Hello everyone, I hope you guys have your bags packed and ready to go. Today we are talking about travel and why we all should travel and some of the best places to travel in this season. So let's get to it. Before we go ahead any further, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel as I drive around my town. Let's talk about travel. Why should we travel? Travel helps us gain experiences of new culture, new traditions, new places, new geography, and understand the world a little bit better. uh, if you're depressed, you should travel. If you're feeling lonely, you should travel. It helps you make new friends, it helps you communicate. It helps you find new things. It helps you experience new culture. If you are happy, you should travel to celebrate. If you are sad, you should travel to feel better. Traveling is one of the best ways to learn and experience great things. So, why are we talking about travel today? Is because this is the first video in a number of videos that are going to come out on my channel about travel and everything to do with travel. So let's start off with traveling. Okay, why should we travel? Because travel inspires us to see, taste and try new things, takes us out of our comfort zone and it's constantly challenging us not only to adapt but to explore new surroundings, but also to engage with different people, to embrace adventures as they come, as to share new and meaningful experiences with friends, loved ones, and new people that you make friends with. Here are some reasons why you should make traveling a top priority. Okay. Number one, the number one reason why you should travel, and you should always find a reason to travel, is travel to leave our world a better place. I have been traveling for more than 14 years now. And what inspires me is the company, ethos, and unwavering community to care for the land, wildlife, and people. Second reason that you should be traveling, to meet different cultures. Travel exposes us to many different cultures, many different traditions, ancient, new ones, rich in things that you have not been aware of, which is going to make your horizon broader and think in a much larger aspect. And you will come to understand, love and respect other cultures apart from your own. The The third reason why you should travel, because travel helps you to learn new things. Classrooms are not the only place within four walls that you can learn, but travel is the best way to immerse yourself, to learn geography, history, culture, languages, biology, and you name it, whatever you want. Travel helps you do this. Travel enriches the mind and educates us far beyond any textbook or travel guide, because it not only gives you the textbook knowledge but also gives you the practical knowledge of being in a specific place. Not only do curious travelers learn about different landscapes, languages, and lifestyle, they also in fact learn while observing the different cultures and the different landscapes and different people. But the most important thing that they are going to learn, or you are going to learn while traveling, is you learn about yourself. Fourth reason why you should be traveling. Travel to escape reality. We all need to fall off the radar and escape reality every once in a while. So traveling helps us to enjoy complete anonymity in a new unexplored territory. People don't know you, you don't know people. So you can find a way to explore yourself and transform yourself into a better person. Remember, you are always growing. There is deconstruction and reconstruction in who you are and what you are becoming. The past version of you is constantly being deconstructed, while the future version of you is being constructed. The next reason why you should be traveling. Travel to relax. And when I say travel to relax, it's not just the mind but also it's not just the body but also the mind. And in a technologically driven world, which is constrained, which gives us a lot of time constraint, let's be honest, we feel the clutter of life in our cities and in our day-to-day lives. Switching off your cell phone and all your other devices and going out into the wild, traveling, exploring new places, helps you relax, get away from the clutter of life. No emails, no laptops. Take a break. Travel. The sixth reason to travel is to explore the world. Travel takes us out of our comfort zone. That is one of the most important parts. When you are in a new place, you are there to experience new things, and those experiences help change and channel your thoughts from what they are right now. Trying out new things, finding new people, making new friends, experiencing different meaningful things with your friends. Adrenaline rush, non-stop activity, unapologetic and unlimited relaxation. Travel gives us opportunity to explore with an open heart and an open mind. Remember that. Seventh reason why you should travel. Travel for humility. Travel is a path towards humility. As you cross borders and ocean and gain through different perspectives, you learn to recognize and be grateful for all the things that you take for granted in your own life. And we all gain an appreciation and respect for how others travel. Travel teaches us to be tolerant, flexible, and open minded to changes and challenges that you are going to face, helping you evolve, helping you become better, and helping you have a better way of planning things around yourself. Eighth, and one of the most reasons why you should travel is to taste different foods, is to eat. What is the fun in traveling to different places if you cannot taste the authentic cuisine of those places? Leave your diet at home. Just make sure to bring a healthy appetite and the willingness to try new flavors, tastes, and local dishes. Ninth reason why you should travel. Travel to be transformed. Seek new adventures. Take part in authentic experiences that will only change the way you see the world. Not only people but also animals and Mother Earth itself. Her beauty is the reason why you might get transformed and could be the sole reason as to why you see things in a way in the perspective of enlightenment. 10. Have a bucket list. Travel to live out your bucket list. Find out all the places that you want to go to, the Himalayas, China, India, yoga, wherever you travel. Have a bucket list and live out that bucket list, and that will help you to find a world that is beautiful and better. Remember, traveling is easier than you think. I believe that traveling around the world shouldn't be hard. It's actually something everyone should be able to do at least once in their lives. Whatever you choose. Spare some time to spend a few years, just a couple of months, traveling this beautiful planet. It's important to see where we are and where we live. Not just a part of it, but the whole of it. It's up to you to make those dreams come true of traveling. Just take the first step. Launch your ideas for your travels, and then Watch yourself make new travel plans just so you can explore the world. The traveling will always call you. Find it in your heart to follow that calling. Travel opens your eyes. It opens your eyes to how beautiful and vast and wide this world is. If you don't know where to start with places near you, the one that you've always been wanting to go. Travel creates meaningful relationships. People you meet people you meet when you're traveling become some of the most valuable names on your contact list. They become places on the map to visit later on. These folks give you the glimpse outside your hometown circle of friends and give you fresh perspectives on different aspects of life, different news, different foods, and different culture altogether. Traveling helps you learn who you are. All the changes and opportunities traveling lay at your feet help you discover who you are in a way that is possible only while you are traveling. Traveling helps you learn new languages. There's something satisfying about being able to throw around a few words of Spanish or Hindi or Greek or Roman, knowing how to say thanks in Thai, pulling out a long dormant Spanish to book a room in Santiago, or simply hearing a language you didn't know existed just a few weeks before. All these experiences will hopefully make you fall in love with a certain language and help you learn it. It is always better to know more than one language. Traveling develops skills you didn't know that you should have, or you don't know that you had. Sometimes it's only far from home or far from your comfort zone. You get to learn new skills that you've never used, or it's travel that brings them to the surface and makes you smile, satisfied to have reached the mountain tops or crossed a gorge or helped a village clean up after a storm, or even to help successfully order a meal at a rural Chinese restaurant. These skills will stick with you throughout your life, helping you develop, helping you become better, and helping you mastering new abilities and new ways to communicate. Traveling always means adventure, whether it's spelunking, skydiving, bungee jumping, or navigating through streets, pub hopping, bargaining with merchants. All these are adventures, getting lost and finding new places, new waterfalls, new ponds and puddles and lakes and rivers. The beauty of adventure can lead to discovery, and that is why adventure is so adrenaline rushing. Travel gives you a perspective of life, and this perspective of life is very important. Seeing the world for yourself will improve your vision and your gap of reality. It is fun to watch everything on YouTube and on your phone, but to experience it is really amazing. Don't forget, traveling is education. Traveling proves that dreams do come true. You imagined it, day, daydream about it, envisioned it. It can be done. Around the world, travel is possible. You just have to decide you are willing to take the first step and start planning your itinerary. What are you waiting for? Do it today. Do it now. Work hard and travel. Why not travel when it gives you cool stories? Let's face it, every time you go on a trip, something cool happens. And you always come back with an amazing story. So travel to have those stories so you can tell it to others. Travel is food for thought. You'll be constantly surprised at the flavors that the world has to offer. The way people and other cultures use different ingredients and new ingredients to prepare their food and cuisines will astonish you beyond your wildest imagination. Traveling gives you a sense of accomplishment. If you are the kind of person that dreams big, you're probably one to reach the new challenges. Finishing a trip gives you the satisfaction that you were able to meet your goals. To travel and accomplish what you set out to do. See the world. Accomplish your travel bucket list. Travel for the heck of it. Why travel? Travel because you can, because you want to, because it beats the alternative of staying home. Why not pick up your ticket and get rolling immediately? Let's talk about some of the places that you must visit. places that I suggest you visit. Machu Picchu, Peru. Located high in the Andes mountain of Peru, Machu Picchu is now believed to have been sacred royal retreat for Inca rulers, built in the 15th century AD and abandoned less than 100 years later. The remote site continues to amaze with its perfectly joined mortarless, intricate stonework. Huge multi-ton blocks of stones are perfectly joined with each other without the use of mortar or cement. The journey to Machu Picchu typically starts in the mountain city of Cusco, which was the capital city of Inca Empire. Cusco is a fascinating place to explore. Be sure to spend a few days there before or after your Machu Picchu adventure. It's possible to hike the Inca Trail from Cairo to Machu Picchu. The full hike takes 5 days, but you can also start close and do a 1 to 2 or 3 day hike along the trail most people take. The trail from Cusco, which takes about 3.5 hours. Machu Picchu has taken steps to avoid over-tourism and has limited the number of visitors to the site each day. All visitors need a permit prior to visiting, and they are easily available from the Peruvian Minister of Culture reservation page up to 4 months in advance. Many websites hoping to sell tours do not share this information. The Grand Canyon, Arizona. This incredible sight, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, is in the U.S. state of Arizona. It's one of those beautiful places for which photos or videos just don't do justice at all. Sheer size and scope is hard to comprehend. The geology formed over the past 2 billion years. Yes, 2 billion years. It's a canyon of 277 miles long. It was formed by the flow of Colorado River, which still flows through it and continues to erode the geology along its course. The Garden Canyon is up to 18 miles wide in places and up to a mile deep. Imagine standing at the edge, looking down a sheer rock wall almost a mile to the river below. Most visitors come to the area referred to as South Rim. This is where a number of impressive hiking trails into the Grand Canyon begin. Known as Desert View Drive, a range of accommodations are available here and nearby, from tents to a rustic luxury canyon side resort built from logs. A few accommodations are also found on the remote north rim. Many visitors access the canyon via historic Grand Canyon Railway, which runs from the town of Williams, Arizona. The 64-mile rail line provides an entertaining way to get the canyon with food and live music on board. For those who prefer to drive, you can start from North Phoenix to the Grand Canyon, or drive from Los Angeles to the Grand Canyon. The city of Rome. The historic city and capital of Rome, province of Lazio region, and of the country of Italy. Rome is located in the central portion of Italy peninsula on the on the Tiber River, about 15 miles inland from the Tyrrhenus Sea. Once the capital of an ancient republic and empire whose armies defined the Western world in antiquity and left seemingly incredible imprints thereafter. The spiritual and physical site of Roman Catholic Church and the site of major pinnacles of art and intellectual achievements. Rome is the eternal city, remaining today a political capital, a religious center, and a memorial to the creative imagination of the past. Area city, 496 square miles. The characteristics of the city. For well over a millennium, Rome controlled the destiny of all civilization known to Europe, but then it fell into dissolution and despair. Physically mutilated economically paralyzed, politically senile, and militarily impotent. By the late Middle Ages, Rome nevertheless remained a world power as an idea. The force of Rome, the lawgiver, teacher, and builder, continued to render radiate throughout Europe, although the situation of the popes from the 6th century to the 15th century was often precarious. Rome knew glory as the forehead of Christianity, and eventually won back its power and wealth and established itself as its place of beauty, source of learning, and capital of the arts. Of all the reasons why you should travel to Rome, you should travel to Rome to see the Colosseum and its art and the beautiful sculptures of Florence. Obviously, to see the paintings at the Vatican and Vatican City. Next place you should travel to is Maui. Maui in Hawaii. Maui is not nearly as big as an island, nor is it small as Ohio or as quiet as Kauai. For many Hawaiian vacationers, Maui is just right, offering a taste of just about everything the Aloha state has to offer, from impressive wildlife to intricate history and culture. While on a visit here, you can shimmy alongside professional hula dancers, golf along coastal fairways, sail down a zip line, snorkel along 5 different types of sea turtles, or simply lounge along some of the Hawaii's most notable beaches. One of the archipelago's most popular tourism spot, Maui, can be found sandwiched between the big island and the much tinier Molokai, which you can explore by signing up for one of the best Maui tourists. Maui is divided into 5 distinct regions. Many travelers base themselves along the coast of South Maui or West Maui, where the island of Kanapali Beach and the music of the old Lahaina Luau are located. but the rest of the island should not be missed. Travel along the roads of Hana to experience East Maui scenes, coastal explore the world's largest domestic volcano in the upcountry and discover the former tribal battlegrounds of Central Maui, Io Valley State Park. And for the bird's eye view of it all, reserve a spot on the Maui Best helicopter too. Don't forget to do this because it is one of the best places to visit. The next place that you must visit without fail is Kenya. Let's talk about Kenya. Kenya's Mazi Mara. It is an incredibly biodiverse area and a popular safari destination. It's an opportunity to see big five animals like lions, leopards, rhinos, elephants, and Cape buffaloes, all during a single trip and in one and in one sitting. The protected Mazi Mara National Reserve Park area is huge and mainly grassland, extending all the way to the plains of Tasmania. The popular times to visit are during the twice-year migration that many that main one begin in July and August. Over 1 million wild beasts and other animals cross the area in huge groups to go from one feeding area to another. Most visitors fly into Nairobi, then take a small bush plane then take a small bush plane to Mara. The next place you should visit is New Zealand. New Zealand is made up of few two main islands and hosts one of the smaller ones. New Zealand has an amazing range of breathtaking scenery from subtropical forest beaches and offshore islands in the north to glaciers, lakes, snow-covered mountains and large flat plains in the south. There are also volcanoes, hot springs and beautiful rolling green pastures and devastatingly diversities like no place on earth. The people, Kiwis, as the locals called, are a friendly bunch and very welcoming to visitors. A wide range of culture is represented here, but New Zealand is an ex-British colony and the European influence remains strong even to this day. Where else can you go? Surfing, skiing, snowboarding, kayaking, tramping, sailing, swimming, parachuting, horseback riding, or caving, all within 100-mile radius, and even and even on the same day. Don't forget to try the bungee jumping in New Zealand, which will change your life entirely. Let's talk a bit of New Zealand's wildlife and how great the wildlife is. New Zealand split from the large land masses, the ones joining Australia and Antarctica about 85 million years ago. As a result, birds and plant species can be found here that exist nowhere else in the world. Forests are full of an abundance of interesting plant life, from the towering ancient kauri trees to fronds of Incau palms. You might even see a kiwi, the small flightless bird that has become New Zealand's national symbol. Another reason why you should be traveling to New Zealand is because of the ease of traveling. There's nothing easier than hopping on a car or RV known locally as a camp van and heading off on a New Zealand adventure. The country has a great road network and every town has information centers to help tourists if you need directions or advice on the local attractions or where to stay or for less money. Fuel is much cheaper here than in Europe and in other countries, and there's also an excellent intricate bus network covering the entire city. Distance between towns and attractions are not too great either. Okay, the next place you should travel is Istanbul. Oh, one of the most beautiful places in the world with brilliant architecture. Okay, one of the best reasons to visit Istanbul is because it's a historical landmark and a historical neighborhood. The historical value of the city is a mass collection of artifacts, landmarks, cultures, and traditions, including the old Jewish quarters of Galata, the yearly mansions, the yearly mansions of Bosphorus, and the UNESCO World Heritage Districts of the old city of Istanbul called Sultanahmet. Whether you have an interest in historical travel or not, the landmark and neighborhood will impress. Tour and Old Blue Mosque, constructed in 1616 and then headed across to the domed Hagia Sophia, a former church mosque and now officially a museum. Around the corner is the castle-like structure of the Topkapi place that was from home to the that was former home to the Ottoman Sultan, while a short distance away, shoppers enthusiasts go wild in the Grand Bazaar, one of the world's largest markets. Okay, the next place you should visit in Istanbul is the Genesis town, of which anyone can catch a lift to the top platform of the encompassing view of Istanbul. Surprisingly, in one of the most modern districts called Bayglu, Beyoğlu site, the flower passage, aptly named because the Russian immigrants that used to sell flowers within it. The list goes on, and to completely indulge yourself in the history of Istanbul is an interesting insight into the gateway between the east and the west of the world. Anga, Angkor Wat in Colombia. That's one of the places that you must watch. Located just outside Colombia's city of Smirreep, Angkor Wat is the largest religious site in the world. It was created originally as a Hindu temple for the Khmer ruler in the early parts of the 12th century and was converted into a Buddhist temple at the end of the 12th century. Just a part of an enormous ancient city, Angkor Wat is the temple area. Angkor Thom was the city and palace area. There are hundreds of other ruin sites in the area, all parts of ancient capital of Angkor. Siam Reap and its temples and ruins are now very easily accessible via daily flights from Hong Kong and other large Asian cities. Accommodations range from inexpensive guest houses to lush luxury resorts with everything in between. Obviously, one city on this list is Paris. So much can be said about Paris. The food is not as great as advertised, although, come to think of it, the food is one of the downers in Paris compared to every other city. Doesn't live up to the hype, it's just bland food. I don't know if you're into that kind of thing, but yeah, other than food, Paris is supposed to be one of the most beautiful places in the world with a lot of architecture. Don't forget the Eiffel Tower and its trademark lights. Supposed to be a foodie's paradise, but hey, that's just my opinion. It does not have to be yours. Go try the food, judge for yourself. It's the most romantic city in the world. A few places do romance like Paris does, and every couple worth their salt will make a trip to the city of love at some point. With the history steeped in romanticism, the city permits love through its very pores. City permits love through its very pores, and there's little wonder its cited as the world's most romantic city for the purpose under the looming Eiffel Tower to the scenic walk along the Seine. Paris is where the cafe culture started. The cafe culture in Paris is second to none, at the heart of both the social and cultural life of French capital. The popularity of private cafes in the world renowned and with good is world renowned and is with good reason. Having integrated themselves in the way of life of many Parisians, a leisurely morning spent at one of the city's main sidewalk cafes is among the finest common pleasures of Paris. Whether with friends or dining solo, sit back and enjoy a cafe croissant while people watching, reading a book. About Paris, of course. Reading a book about Paris, of course. Or simply enjoy the alfresco atmosphere the Paris behold. Its home Paris is home to the most mesmerizing cemeteries. Whether you're a historian, buff or not, as both the largest Parisian park and cemetery is one. The Père Lachaise cemetery makes for an interesting addition to any Parisian itinerary. While it isn't known how many bodies are buried there, estimates range from 100,000 to 300,000 to a million. So don't forget to visit one of the most famous places, and that is Paris. Another place, beautiful place to visit is Montreal, Canada. As you listen to the sound of French being spoken around you and explore old Montreal, wandering down to cobblestone street, you may think you're in France. The historic area is filled with shops and cafes. The Canadian city can be a change to experience a bit of Europe in North America. The city also has a thriving food scene with several popular farmers market, including the Atwater Market and the Jean Talon Market. It's also known for its bagel cookies, cooked hot and fresh by several iconic must-visit bakeries. Be sure to visit the beautiful Notre Dame Basilica and take a drive up to Mount Royal, the Big Hill, or Low Mountain the city is named after. You will be met with some exciting and beautiful views all the way to the port. Then one of the other, in contrast to all these places, you should visit Colombia. Cartagena. The place is colorful, one of the greatest historical Spanish cities of the Caribbean, plus with life along the north coast of Colombia, founded in 1533. Its old walled city has seen its fortunes rise and fall through the centuries, and has more recently experienced a resurging of revitalization. Significant restoration of the old city has resulted in one dilapidated 16th century buildings springing back to life as modern yet historical hotels, world-class restaurants and shops wander through the narrow city streets to see an impressive church, an open plaza with public walk of arts, or an electrical shop selling the perfect souvenir. It's easy to get to Cartagena from the United States with a daily flight from Miami and good connecting through Panama City. This is the perfect destination for an exotic long weekend getaway from almost anywhere in North America. Okay, just give me a second. Here we go. Here are a few things you need to know about the city. The city is budget friendly to travel. Setting your travel budget will depend on what kind of experience you want to have. It has ranges from starred hotels to small accommodations. Accommodations can start from $11 per night to $150 per night. You should try the street food like meat skewers and other things which only cost you about $1 or two. Lunch and dinner at a non-tourist restaurant will set you back about 3 to 4 US dollars. Breakfast is going to cost you about $4 on a plate of eggs, coffee and arepe. Transportation and tours will come up to around $3 for each trip using public transport. The people of the city welcome tourists with open arms. They are very kind, and with some knowledge of Spanish, you'll probably find yourself chatting away with just about anyone you meet. For reference, do check out a few of the websites before going and making your travel plans. They are endorsed in rich culture and colors. Here are basic do's and don'ts. Don't drink from the tap. Don't leave your bags unattended in tourist areas or flash your valuables while wandering the streets. This is known in Colombia as offering up papaya. Don't walk around alone at night. Old Town will be a little safer for travelers because most areas are well lit and there are plenty of bars and nightclubs open at all hours. If you don't venture off, always make sure that you are in a group and use a ride share app. Much better than a taxi at night to get from where you are to your hotel. Don't just casually ask locals about Pablo Escobar. This goes from a huge pet to an outrage no. Colombians don't want to hear about what you think of Pablo Escobar or talk about him at all. The country is working hard to change its reputation, so help them out a little by not bringing up the past and be happy that you've been welcomed in their beautiful country. Don't say you can't dance. In Colombia, not dancing is really not an option. A city like this is filled with culture and dance is at the heart of it. So it's best just to feel the rhythm and go with the flow. And that's all the time we have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel so that we can give you more content like this and help you through your travel journeys. Thank you. Have a nice day and enjoy travel whatever it may be.